Alrighty, so I was going to do a nice long video on Wednesday, but I broke it up into a bunch of parts and I didn't feel like editing it all together. I'm still not very good at that, so I scrapped it. I'll just give you the update today. Got most of the rubble pile cleaned up. I can actually see a good chunk of my backyard again, so that's cool. We love that. Got that dumped off. Cost $100. That's their minimum, which means when I get the rest of it, I'm going to have to do that. I was way too exhausted to get all of it, and I also didn't feel like testing the suspension that hard. Which, in hindsight, it drove fine. Like, didn't look like it was weighed down at all. I probably could have got it all in one trip and saved myself $100, but still cheaper than the $400 it would have costed to have the dumpster come to me. So, the van has already saved me $200. And, I'm going to call that a win. Tomorrow, I'm going to get the rest of that, and I'm finally going to call the credit union that the loan on my tracks is through, and I'm going to talk to them about loan assumption so that we can get that transferred over to Danny, hopefully. If that doesn't work, I have offered to co-sign on a loan for him, which will get me out from under the tracks, and it'll get him into a nice, reliable car. 30,000 miles. God, that's a nice car. I love my car. Like I said, it's the whole reason I picked the name for the channel. It will always have a place in my heart. I love the Chevy Trax. It is such a good car. Would recommend it to anybody. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And then I will be driving the van full time. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be the daily driver. I also have an appointment on the 19th at All Makes. I gave Kyle a list, and I was like, this is everything I found. None of it you have to worry about right now. You can price it out for me, but I don't need any of it done at the moment. This is just the shit I know about. I need you to tell me the shit I don't know about. So I'm going to have them look at that. We talked about the inverter a little bit. He said as long as the wattage is fine, which he's going to test it for me, that I should be able to hook up the Bluetti to it. So that's cool. The inverter being already hooked up is such a fucking lifesaver for me, and thank Brian for that. Super fucking cool of him to leave it in. Yeah, so we got that talked about. They're gonna take a look-see under the hood, do a little checkup, make sure everything's all Gucci. I wanted to get that done before the Cincinnati trip, so the 19th is before the Cincinnati trip, because it's the beginning of October. I just reminded myself I need to go throw away that yogurt, because it's expired. Thanks. But yeah, so the rubble pile is nearly gone. Once the rubble pile's gone, I can start taking out the paneling and shit, so I don't have to worry about rocks smacking into my fucking sidewall. So I'm going to start taking out the paneling. I'm going to take out the mat that came with it, and I'm going to cut off pieces of it so that it's exactly as big as the flooring is going to be. And then I won't have to measure my plywood. I'll be able to just lay that over the plywood and saw around it. So that is super duper fucking helpful as well. So glad he left the mat in there. So that's cool. I'm going to also start... I've been doing some research on sound deadening and insulation to see what options I want to go with. So we're going to do that. I would like to have the car at least checked out, fixed up if need be, and I want to get the flooring done before we do the trip, so that I've got at least that in. I also ordered my Bluetti, so that's cool. It was on sale. I'm glad I caught it at the right time. I ended up with the 1800 watt, 1024 watt hours power station. Cool thing, as long as the inverter's not too powerful, I can plug it into the outlet in the back, and then whenever I'm driving, I can turn the inverter on. Boom, it's charging there. And I decided to pair it up with a 350 watt solar panel. Thought about buying 2, but I was like, nah, I'll save it. If I need another one, I'll pick one up later. Same with the Max Air fan. If I need one, I'll pick one up later. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. So, God forbid I have to cut a fucking hole or somewhere. That's fine. I don't care. We will burn that bridge when we get to it. Gosh, what else? Yeah, I'm holding off on the swivel seats. Just trying to bang this out as fast as possible so it's not a 45-minute video with a bunch of me umming and oohing, like I know some of them have been. Because I don't feel like editing, so we're just gonna keep running it like this now until I get a better editing software. I just installed CapCut, but for this one, I'm just banging it out because I don't feel like learning anything right now. I have to go to work today. I don't want to go to work today. I put these on just in case. I went to go get an oil change and talk to them about the van with the tracks. So we talked about that. But I wore these just in case the oil change took a little longer, because you never know. And I'd be up there anyways. I'm like right around the corner from work. So, but I ended up coming back. I got an hour, so I'm just going to leave these on. But yeah, so Blue Eddy and the solar panel are on the way. Those will be easy to hook up. Checkup scheduled. I told him that I would, as soon as I was done with it, I would just drop it off early. Cool thing, I have another car right now, so I can just do that. God, that feels weird. It feels weird being upper middle class, like proper now. Because, like, I keep getting weird imposter syndrome. I'm like, I'm not doing a very good job. I'm a shitty adult. I don't have the wife, the kids, and all that good stuff. I have a house and 3 vehicles, technically. I've got a house, 3 vehicles, a decent job, a college education. The only thing I'm missing is the picket fence and the dog. Like, I'm actually doing pretty fucking good. I know I'm trading all of that out to become a nomad, but it's that I did it. I succeeded. I did the American dream. It sucks. It's not for me. I hate it. It's the fucking worst. So yeah, we're not doing that. But yeah, because technically I have Dad's motorcycle, and it's titled and registered. So if I wanted to learn how to drive it, I could fix it back up and do that. I'm trading it off to my sister. I added it to her tab that's currently running with all the crap that went on just a second ago. But yeah, so throw it on her tab. When she's good and ready, we can get that switched over. So I'll be rid of the motorcycle. And then after the van's all checked up, I'll be rid of the tracks. Because I'm giving that to my roommate, Danny. And then I'll just have the van again. So that's cool. And then hopefully, come November, I can start the selling process. Don't know how long it's going to take. I know it could be up to like 9 months or a year. But I'll at least have the van, and I'll be able to live in the van. Which means once the roomies are out, I can shut off most of the utilities. Like, that'll be cool. Save myself some money. I'll be in town working still. But I'll be able to, like, go places on the weekends. So that'll be cool. Yeah. But, whew, I think I bulleted through all of it. Yeah. The van held up really well at the dump. There was a point where I was able to back right up to the rubble pile and just chuck it out. But then when I got up to the section for the wood, it was real shitty terrain. And I just kind of pulled up and I was like, yeah, I'm not pulling all the way over to that. So I was like carrying wood. And this lady in an excavator was like, just pull. Just pull up. Just back the car. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. I can just do this. It's okay. I don't want to put my wheels there. I'm gonna end up with a fucking nail or some shit in my tires. And she was like, just. And I was like, no, I'm good. After like 4 trips, she was like, I'm gonna get out of my excavator. I'm gonna walk over to you. Back your fucking car up. This sucks to watch. So I was like, fine. So she guided me back. Got me right up to the pile. And, you know, I saw the mud and the slinking, and I was like, yeah, this is fine for those big-ass dump trucks and shit, but, like, I don't know my van. I don't know the van that well yet. We're not that intimate. But boy howdy, that V6 kicked and just right out of the mud. I was like, huh, some bitch. Why haven't I been driving one of these my whole life? Like, fuck. Like zero effort. Zero effort. I put my foot down a little bit, and I was out. Gone. Like, legit, if I lifted a little bit and put some decent tires on it, I could go off-roading in this fucking thing. It's actually nuts. But yeah, so I know a lot of van lifers actually do that. They like lift it and put like super good dirt wheels on it, so they can go damn near off-roading. But I'm not going to be doing that. At least not soon. Not nearly. You know, maybe in the future I do that. But not right now. I don't care enough. So yeah, that went well. Fortunately, when I go back again, it's just rubble. So nice, easy shit. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm also going to call the credit union tomorrow. Try to get as much of that knocked out. I was going to load it all on Sunday so that I could just unload it on Tuesday because they were closed on Sunday and I was off. But I was like, no, I haven't had a proper day to just rest. So I'm just going to chillax. And I did. I went to the grocery store, hung out with Danny for a little bit, and we got coffee and groceries. And then I just played fucking Helldivers all day. Did a little writing, but mostly played Helldivers. So that was fun. They just did a big old update. So new guns to play with. And, you know, I just enjoyed myself for a little bit. It was nice. It was a nice, good little rest day. Hopefully, I go in at 3:30 today. Hopefully it's nice chillax Monday. Just me and my boy Jose. Just easy peasy, lemon breezy. Like, I don't want to do shit today. I'm going in. I took some CBD earlier, and I've been decently relaxed. I did have some carbonated stuff yesterday, so I felt like I was going to fucking die last night. That's great. I love that. Like, my stomach issues were kind of bad before. Then I quit drinking caffeine. Well, not caffeine, carbonation altogether. And I was good for a while. But recently I was like, it's fine if I have one every now and again. But not having it for so long, now if I overdo it a little, boy, like one soda doesn't kill me. Like, if I have like a Coke Zero, Mom bought some for the day I helped her move. If I have just a little Coke Zero can, I keep them in the van. I keep the little 12-pack in the van. I'll just grab one every now and again. That's not bad. We bought Mountain Dew while we were out because they have a new flavor. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. I don't care. You know, why shouldn't I enjoy things? That's fine. But I bought one of those big carbonated waters, like sparkly water. I drank that whole thing and a Mountain Dew. And I felt like I was going to fucking die yesterday. Like, I mean, right in my chest. I was like, this is it. I finally figured out what I wanted to do now. I've lost my immortality. Yeah, I've wanted to die for so long. And God was like, no, you're immortal. The second I find something I want to do, he's like, ha, gotcha, bitch. You're dead. But no, it's just indigestion, and I knew it was. I was like, ugh, I did this to myself. So I took a Tum and hoped for the best. But boy howdy, sleep was a nightmare last night. But, yeah, so, quick C update. We're coming around. We're getting it together. I have to soft reno the bathroom, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to ask my aunt if she wants to help. She did a bunch of helping with Mom in the move, and she's real handy, so I'm going to ask real nicely, pretty please, if she wants to come over and help me with my bathroom and get this place ready to sell. Because like I said, I would like to be ideally ready to sell by November. So, I have to rip the rest of the old door frame off the bathroom, throw that and that old door away, and then properly get a bathroom door put in. As well as fix the toilet and recalk the tub. Which, recalking the tub, that's not an issue. I could do that on a Monday. I don't care. But I'm not really comfortable doing the toilet. I've never been comfortable doing mechanical things. Like, even things I know I can do. Like, because I can change a tire and I can change oil, but I refuse to do them. I will take them to my guy every time because I don't mind doing the aesthetic shit, but I don't like dealing with the bones of things. Like, even if I know how, I don't like to, because I've been shown 3 times how to change oil by people insisting, like, oh, you could just do it yourself. I don't care. I don't care that I can do it. I know how to do it. I'm not gonna, is the problem. I don't want to. I don't trust myself. I need that car to function perfectly all the time, always. And I will fuck it up. It's that imposter syndrome again. I don't care how smart I think I am. I don't want to be responsible for things. That's why I'm only doing the internal shit on the van and the accessory shit. I'm going to fix that latch on the back door. I can function without the latch. I'm going to set up the power inside the van. I'm fine going to places to charge things. Like, these are all, like, internal, external shit. I'm not touching the engine on that thing. I'm not touching the engine. I'm not touching the electronics. I'm not doing shit. Nothing. That is Kyle and Justin all the way. I will let them do all the work on it. I even told them, too. I was going to be like, this will be my base of operations still. I'm going to have my P.O. box set up here, stop and get mail, see the family, see my friends, grab some shit in town, resupply. And then whenever I'm in town, I'm going to have them check out the car. But, like, I ain't touching it. If something happens and I'm out on the road, I'll find a Nissan dealership. I'm not touching it. Not my problem. That is somebody else's problem. I don't want to be accountable for that. I'm accountable for enough shit. I'm tired of being accountable. There are some people who go their whole lives without being accountable. I want to live like that. I can't, though. I can't do that. I'm fucking turbo accountable for shit. And this is the one hill I will die on. It's somebody else's problem. There are plenty of things I will do to save money. My own fucking car work is never going to be one of them. I have the manual and everything. I won't touch it. You know, maybe down the road I'll figure out how to work on, like, small stuff on the van. You know, independence and all that. But, like, boy howdy, I still don't like it. Like, I know realistically I'm probably going to figure a lot of stuff out while I'm doing this. You know, sister just got done with school for car shit, so she can probably guide me through some crap. Half the family knows how to work on cars, and I'm friends with several mechanics. So, like, I could figure some stuff out. I just don't wanna. The engine is a mystery to me. It's an enigma that I don't want to solve. It's my Rubik's Cube. I don't want it. But, yeah, so I'm probably gonna chillax, maybe doodle a bit. I have a magic project that I'm wanting to get back to working on, so that'll be fun. I want to come up with my own little setting and story for my cards, my collection of cards, and I want to do custom artwork alters for magic cards for my decks. So I've been polishing up my artwork, and maybe I'll share some pictures on here sometime. Not today, I don't feel like digging them out, but yeah, I've been working on drawing fluffy critters and shit. I love fluffy critters. And you never know, maybe I'll get good enough at artwork that might make some money sometime too. Maybe I'll cave and become a furry artist. I joked about it before, but you know, real talk. Those guys make a bunch of money. Furries are crazy and they'll pay for anything. It's wild. They'll drop fucking thousands of dollars on fursuits and commissioned artwork of their original characters. I should get in on that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep drawing my little critters and my little landscapes so that I can make my little magic cards custom so that they represent me better. I made it's about day 48 now. I'm being hyperbolic. I don't know the exact amount of days, but I did this forever ago. But I made proxies of a deck that would have likely cost me like $700 because I figured, why not bull out? Why not have a fucking super cool deck that does everything I want it to do? But I don't want to buy it. So I have proxies of all the cards. They're clearly distinct from real Magic cards, so that if somebody stole them, they couldn't sell them. So it's not counterfeiting. Proxying is perfectly legal. Took a bunch of bulk cards, printed out the fronts, and just glued them over. And I have marks on them so that you know they're not real. And I mean, you can clearly tell my glue job's not great. Like, I'm not a counterfeiter, so you can easily look at the corners of the card and go, that's glued on. So don't have to worry about people stealing them. But it's the equivalent of a $700 Magic deck. And I think it looks pretty good. And honestly, real talk, the extra weight from the glue and additional paper gives them a nice weight. Gives them a nice weight, and they feel better in my hand. It's a little harder to shuffle. I got them all sleeved up. And you can tell that it's a little bit bigger than a regular Magic deck. But it's nice. I like it. But yeah, it's been like 2 months, 3 months almost. And I have not been able to go test play it. So that's a little upsetting. Because the roomies are usually too busy to play. And haven't had a Friday off to go to a Magic night. So, it will remain untested for now. I would like to see how it does. Because it's a silly deck. All of my decks are silly. I'm never trying to win. I'm just trying to torture everyone else. Like, you're going to kick my ass. But you're going to hate it the whole time. You're gonna be miserable the entire time you're kicking my ass. And I'm going to be giggling. I'm going to be giggling like a small child while you beat my face in angrily. Because all of my decks are group hug. And I will squeeze the fucking life out of you. I'll squeeze your soul out. You're going to win, but I will win the war. But yeah, built a Nekusar deck. Hopefully I'll get to test it out sometime. So I actually found another card that I wish I would have added. Because the sub-theme of the deck is, do you want to play a game? The whole deck is just Saw-themed. I'm going to torture you. Like, you're going to beat me, but I'm going to fucking torture you the whole time. Like, there's fun little cards that turn my deck into a mini-game. And it turns your deck into a mini-game. And I love that. I got a Teferi's puzzle box in there. I just found an enchantment called Standstill. I'm putting that in. It's going to be so funny. I don't know what I'm cutting yet, but I'm cutting something, and that's going in. Because once you cast it, the next person who casts a spell doesn't get cards, and everyone else does. So you put it down, and then you pass your turn, and everybody has to debate whether or not they want to be the one to break the standstill. Do you want to give me 3 cards, or do you want to let Steve give me 3 cards? Yeah, buddy. But yes, that's gonna be fun. Fun little patience game. Cause I'll let it go around 3 cycles. Like, I got like 6 cards that let me have infinite hand size, so I'll just keep drawing cards. And I'll wait. I'll be here when you decide to cast a spell. And the cool thing is I get to punish other people for drawing cards. So, like, maybe I put it down, I let it go around a cycle, and nobody does anything, and then I break it. Everybody draws 3 cards and takes a bunch of damage. I think it's a good addition. I don't know what I'm going to cut yet, but I'm going to cut something, and I'm going to have fun with that. Found somebody who might want to buy the computer, so that's cool. Still have to find a buyer for the washer-dryer, but my buddy Diego at work might be picking up the computer. And he said he'd be cool for $700 or $800. So if I could get $800 back, I'm only spending $12 on my laptop, which means I'll actually only be spending $4. Boy math. Van math. Yeah, I'm going to spend $12, get a laptop, and then I'm going to sell him that for $8. So I'll only be down $400 on the computer situation. So that's cool. I might also keep one of the monitors, have it tucked away, and then have my little tray I can set everything up on in the van. So if I need a second monitor for like work or something, I can dust it off and plug it in. Yeah, computer, washers, van, tracks, house. I think I went over everything. It's been a busy 2 weeks. I helped Mom move. And that's been on a little on and off project. I keep finding reasons to go over there and help. Finally got to see my niece again, first time in like 3 weeks. So everything's been so hectic. I missed her. That was nice. Getting to see her. See, these are the parts that I cut out because I know I have more to say, but I'm just going to rack my brain a little bit. Writing's going well. I have small little side project bookie thing I'm working on. Kind of more personal project that I don't want to reveal too much of until it's done. But I also have a co-authoring project. We're going to be releasing chapter by chapter on Royal Road. And then we're going to set up a Patreon, and hopefully you'll be able to at least make a little bit of money off of that. But it's called Time Runners. It's a little sci-fi project that we're doing. So we'll actually be putting up the first chapter sometime this week. So that'll be fun. We just have to do some edits, a little restructuring of the early part of the chapter. Yeah, my setting is currently on hold. I have a book that I want to work on, but just can't lock down how I want to do magic. Magic's always a toughie, because I'm going for more of a fantasy with mine. But yeah, so there's that. The art. Yeah, well, I think I might as well just cut it there. Goodbye, I love everyone. Woo!